My name is Tom Hollingsworth, and I am the mobility event lead here at Tech Field Day. And we are excited to be bringing you another edition of our flagship wireless and mobility event. Join us July 14, 15, and 16 to hear about some of the exciting new technologies that are on the horizon for people that are deploying wireless networks. Things like 802.11ax, Wi-Fi 6E, which includes 6 gigahertz spectrum, and technologies like CBRS and 5G. We're going to be covering it all with a great lineup of presenters. We're going to be kicking off on Wednesday with our friends from Aruba. They recently presented at Networking Field Day and introduced some of their new wireless technologies, and we'll be spending a little bit of time going into those in a little bit more depth with a great group of influencers from the wireless and mobility space. Then we'll talk to Arista, who you may recall purchased Mojo Networks a few years ago, and we're going to be getting an update about how they're integrating that wireless edge technology into their existing product lines. Then we'll hear from Path Solutions, who is a previous presenter at our networking field day events. And you may be asking yourself, well, what's a network analytics company like Path Solutions doing at Mobility Field Day? You'll have to tune in and find out what their special announcements are going to be, but I promise you that you're not going to want to miss that on Wednesday. And then we'll come back on Thursday and talk to our friends from Juniper Mist. They have been a longtime supporter of our wireless and mobility field day events, both as Juniper Networks and as Mist Systems. And when they came together to form a juggernaut of technology, we were very excited to be able to bring that to you. And I'm sure they're going to be having a lot of discussions around AI and new hardware technologies that you're not going to want to miss. Then we'll be hearing from our friends at NetAlly, who are longtime supporters of the event as well. Their AirCheck products and other tools are industry standard for diagnosing Wi-Fi problems and helping you design better wireless deployments. And we'll be hearing about all the latest and greatest updates, including support for some of the latest and greatest technologies. We'll be rounding out Thursday with a presentation from Ventive, who you may recall from our Mobility Field Day event last year. They will be discussing antennas and other great technology that they are famous for in helping you increase the coverage of your Wi-Fi deployments and get a little bit more performance out of them. Friday kicks off with our friends at Fortinet. They have presented at many field day events in the past, not just at Mobility, but also at Cloud. And they will be bringing us some of the updates to their technologies. And then we'll close out our event with Solona, who you may recall launched at Mobility Field Day 2 years ago and is all about CBRS, the private LTE technology that is taking the industry by storm. We'll find out what's new with them and learn a little bit more about how this revolutionary technology is starting to change the way that we deploy wireless networks and change the way that you think about wireless coverage in general. There's a great lineup of people who will be participating in the event. I wanted to make sure to call out some of our new delegates, people who have never been here before, including Dan Jones, host of the Wireless Pubcast podcast, Faraz Shari, who is joining us for the first time. We'll also have Landon Foster, who I met at WLPC and is a great wireless up-and-comer. We'll also have Luke Jenkins and Mike Wade, and also Peter McKenzie. Yes, that Peter McKenzie, the person who literally wrote the book on a lot of Wi-Fi, will be joining us for the first time. And we're very happy to have them, along with several of our returning delegates, including Lee Badman, Sam Clemens, and Rocky Gregory, who will be joining us for the first time in a long while now that he is back in the real world of Wi-Fi deployments. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the people who will be taking part in the event, as well as learn a little bit more about the companies who will be presenting, we encourage you to head over to our website at techfieldday.com and click on the link for Mobility Field Day. There you can find a full list of presenters, find a full list of delegates, and the schedule for the event so that you won't miss a minute of all this exciting mobility and wireless action. If you'd like to take part in the event online, you can watch live and participate on Twitter. The easiest way to do that is to use the hashtag MFD6. That will make sure that our delegates and our presenters see what you have to say, the questions that you might ask, or the discussion that you might want to create, and you'll get the answer that you're looking for when one of our great delegates asks that question in the room. I can't wait to learn a little bit more about all of the exciting new technologies that are going on in wireless. And I know that you can't either. So make sure that you set your calendars for the 14th, 15th, and 16th of July and be ready to tune in for all kinds of great wireless action. I'll see you soon.